Hi, this is Kerry Artek with Wicked Stocks bringing you the daily QQQ report for Monday, December 13th, 2021. This is the first daily QQQ report, so welcome. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please click like. I appreciate that each and every time you watch the daily QQQ report, which will be put out on a daily basis and will be uploaded to the Wicked Stocks YouTube channel for your viewing, generally by 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, Chicago. The evening before the next trading day. The only exception will be Sundays. They generally go out midday. So if you like the daily QQQ report, please click like each and every time. And if you want to be apprised, notified of the upload, when it gets uploaded for your viewing, and you want to know when that is, please click subscribe. Subscribe anyway. Subscribing to the Wicked Stocks YouTube channel will provide you notification each and every time any content has been uploaded to the Wicked Stocks YouTube channel, which includes the Daily SPY Report, the QQQ Report, the weekly DIA and IWM, along with at least one stock pick a week and occasional crypto Bitcoin analysis. So let's jump into the charts. I want to show you a chart that you're probably familiar with if you've been watching the weekly series that was formerly part of the QQQ that is now daily. This channel top at 413.14 is sort of a mid to longer term resistance area. We've tested it amply over the last couple of months, especially over the last 3 to 5 weeks, and it held nicely 3 weeks ago. That resulted in a key reversal high. We fell off the following week, but last week we recovered. It's still there as a meaningful longer-term resistance area. This is the daily chart that actually shows it, and because we're now in the daily QQQ, you'll be seeing a lot of this daily chart, the daily bar chart. 413.60 is the same formation on the daily chart, and the support, that channel, is 368 even. So holding below 413.60, you could say that 368 even is sort of quote unquote calling the market. It's not destined to be tested, but it is part of this channel structure, and it is in reach between now and say the end of January. I don't have it indicated. I'll get to that in a moment. But both of those levels we could trade inside of this band through Q1 perhaps. Let's talk about the nearer term. You can see that there is a descending channel top at 401.16 that can contain weekly buying pressures. And that is, well, it's not akin to the daily SPY. I'm going to jump to the SPY a little bit right now because I suspect you're also watching the daily SPY report. And we settled above a formation in the daily SPY report on Friday, just above it, that is presently at 469.48. So I'll let you watch that video. But 469.48, as long as we're holding above that in the SPY, I do have a 1 to 2 week buy signal in the SPY into the low 480s. And the reason I bring this up is I'm going to feel more comfortable about that buy signal in the SPY if the QQQ can get up and over 401.16 this week, settle above it. And then we should retest that 413.60 long-term channel top within a week or two of that. And so it'd be a very similar buy signal, but the bottom line here is the QQQ has yet to elicit that buy signal. And I have trouble personally imagining the low 480s in the SPY without that buy signal in the QQQ. Until then, I'm just going to say that that recent buy signal in the SPY is susceptible to failure. I'll put it that way. I don't want to scare you out of a long position if you went long Friday in the SPY because it is still a valid buy signal. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Let's get back to the QQQ. 401.16 is our weekly resistance for the week. Let's zoom in a little bit here. Now we could trade inside the 401.16 ceiling, near-term ceiling that can contain buying into January, perhaps, and 392.34 support. That is an area we could trade inside of for the next few days, possibly through the week itself. 392.34 is nothing more than the high of the move low from about a week or so ago, and 401.16 is plainly just sort of a descending channel top. Now, 401.16 is more meaningful. It can contain weekly buying pressures, and as I say, below which we are likely to continue testing that 392.34 area, which is preceded by 393.06. So it's a narrow band of support. 393.06 is nothing more than last Thursday's low, which is the pullback high thus far. So we could trade inside the very low 390s to low 400 area through the week. Let's take a look at the support and resistance actually, and you can see that plainly depicted here. 401.16 above, 392.34 to 393.06 below. The 392.34 to 393.06 area is a 2-star area. The weighting is such that it could contain selling on a 2 to 3 day basis, and from there rally back up to 401.16. 401.16 is a 3-star resistance. It can contain weekly buying pressures, below which we are likely to continue testing the low 390s, and there is the possibility that holding below 401.16 will allow that 368 even channel bottom that I showed earlier here. We could actually reach that over the next few weeks, perhaps holding below 401.16. And in fact, if we do close today below, well, let me talk about breaking 392.34 because it is possible. And before I jump to that, just an FYI that I want to mention that all those minor points between 393.06 downside and 401.16 upside have been carefully chosen. They're well suited for aggressive day traders, but there's really nothing beyond that. There's really no intraday pivot points or anything. They're all, how should I say, valid levels. But in terms of a trade for the day and into later week, it really is low 390s. Low $4 area, 401.16 down to 392.34. We might even trade inside that zone and tag both levels today. But if we break 392.34, 389.55 is in reach today, while closing today below 392.34 does indicate 383.13 over the next 2 to 3 days where we could place a daily low. But closing below 392.34, I do think we have a heightened possibility for 368 even over the next 2 to 3 weeks. Here is the 383.13 level. So if we close below 392.34, 383.13, the low settlement price from about a week ago becomes a 2 to 3 day target where we could bounce for a day, maybe more, but not much more. I do think closing below 392.34, we're back into kind of a 2 to 3 week objective, well below the market at 368 even. And what I like about that is it would be, under that scenario, kind of a new channel bottom based on last Thursday's high at 374.65 and dropping. So closing below 392.34, I think pivots the Triple Q South into later December, 383.13 that expected this week, and that narrowing 368 even to 374.65 area in reach within 2 to 3 weeks where we could bottom out through January trade. Let's talk upside. We have the 401.16 level that if we do push or open today above 401.16, 399.99. I'm sorry, did I say 399? I meant 403.99. So pushing or opening today above 401.16, and I think it's going to have trouble there. There's a lot going on in the 401 handle, but if we do push through 401.16, 403.99 is in reach today, where we can top out initially, at least possibly for the day itself, but closing above 401.16 would indicate 408.71 within 2 to 3 days, and that 413.60 channel top then in reach again within 1 to 2 weeks. So 401.16, we push through it. 403.99 is nothing more than the high settlement price from several weeks ago, and 408.71 is the move high itself from several weeks ago. So closing above 401.16, 408.71 becomes a 2 to 3 day target, and we should over the next couple of weeks reach that 413.60 level, which is more properly shown here on the longer term daily chart. Now 413.60 is a meaningful resistance, but it is just the beginning of a significant zone of longer term resistance, and I'll show it on the weekly chart here, up to 419.84 to 420.31. We have an intersection of two meaningful channel tops right now. One is longer term in scope. The other one is nearer term, based entirely on last week's low. And that is an area that can, if tested, and once again, 413.60 is the start of the zone up to 420.31 that can contain buying through Q1. And from there, we can fall off over the following weeks or even months to follow. Closing above 420.31, way ahead of myself here, but I just want to let you know that if we do, over the next few weeks, over the next month and a half or so, close above 420.31, then we have, I'd say, a 2 to 3 month buy signal up to the 458.76 longer term channel top, where the triple Q can top out into later 2022. I think that that's about all that's needed. I'm going to leave you with the support and resistance for the day. So like the Daily SPY report, you can take a snapshot of this on your smartphone. You can print it off of your PC, whatever the case might be, so you have them for the day. This is the first in a long series, I suspect, of Daily Triple Q reports. I appreciate you watching. Please click like. Please click subscribe. And I will see you tomorrow for Tuesday's Daily Triple Q report.